Hai, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is RAIHANAH binti ROSLEE and my matric number is 88190544.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Izzah Khalidah binti KHALID. My matrix number is 192058. Okay, now let's go for lab activity 1, task 1A. Turn on the power supply. Firstly, we press the push button. At first, relay is normally open. Contact relay CR will energize. It will make a relay become normally closed, so the circuit is complete, then the lamp will turn on.
Next, we move to task 1, part 1B.
Firstly, turn on the power supply. This is the lamp. The push button is normally closed. Then we depress the push button, the lamp will turn on.
This one is the circuit for task 1A, and this one is the circuit for task 1B. This is before and this one is after. So for the observation for lab activity 1, question 1, discuss the difference between the push button in task 1A and task 1B. So for task 1A, the circuit is in normally open push button. For task 1B, the circuit is in normally closed push button. The second one is for task A, when we switch on the power supply, then press the push button, the result is the lamp turn on. For the task 1B, when we switch on the power supply, the lamp turn on without we press the push button. Okay, next, observation for question 2. Discuss the difference between the two relay contact used in task 1B. Okay, for task 1A, the first node is using normally open relay, while second node using normally closed relay. After press the push button, the lamp turn on. For task 1B, after press the push button, the first relay change from normally open to normally closed, while the second relay change from normally closed to normally open. After press the push button, first lamp turn on while the second lamp is turned off. So for question 1, state the type of relay used in the relay module, mention number, pole and throws. So for task 1, it's used normally open relay and single pole single throw. For task 1B, normally open relay and normally closed relay, double pole single throw. There are 4 types of relay. First one is SPST, single pole single throw, SPDT, single pole double throw, DPST, double pole single throw, and DPDT, double pole double throw. Okay, for question number 2, state the number of relay in the relay module. So there are 2 number of relay, which are relay coil and relay contact. Next, for lab activity 2, part 2A. So, this is on relay circuit. Firstly, turn on the power supply and adjust the timer. We press the push button. After 2 seconds, the lamp turn on. Next, we set the timer to 5 seconds. When the timer run out, the lamp turn on immediately. Next, we set the maximum timer is 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, the lamp turn on.
Next, we move to task 2, part 2B.
Turn on the power supply. This is on delay timer, but this one is off delay circuit. We set the timer for 2 seconds. Next, we press the push button. After 2 seconds, the lamp turn off. Next, set the timer for 5 seconds. After 5 seconds, the lamp will turn off. Okay, so for
Okay, next, this one is the circuit for task 2A, and then this is the circuit for task 2B. Okay, the observation for lab activities 2. So the question is find out the minimum and maximum time setting of the timer. So the minimum timer for task 2A is 0 second, and minimum timer for task 2B is 0 second. And then the maximum timer for task 2A is 10 seconds, and maximum timer for task 2B is 10 seconds. Okay, the observation for next question is to discuss the difference between the timer operation in task 2A and task 2B. So there are 2 types of timer, which on delay timer and off delay timer. So in task 2A, we using
on delay timer, so it takes a time to lamp turn on. Then the lamp turn off immediately when the timer is run out. Okay, next for task 2B, we using off delay timer, and it takes a time to lamp turn off. Then the lamp turn on immediately when the timer run out. So next is the question is state the timing function for the timer in task 2A and task 2B. So the answer is like the observation question 2. So in task 2A we using on delay timer, and task 2B we using off delay timer. So next question is, if the timer connection is modified as per below, describe the operation of the circuit. Firstly, turn on the power supply. After that, we press the push button. When the current flow through a circuit, R1 or relay coil 1 will energize. So it will create an electromagnetic field. It will make relay change from normally open to normally closed. Then the current will flow until the timer 1 T1. So from here we can see that the lamp is already turned on immediately. It is because of the T1 here is closed. Then since this end on delay timer, the timer will start counting. So after 5 seconds or the timer run out, contact T1 will change position from normally closed to normally open, so that the lamp will not light up.
The last one is lab activity 3. This is a counter circuit. We set the counter for 5 clicks. The push button is pressed for 5 times. After the counter reach 5, the lamp turn on. This is reset button. Next, we set the counter for 10. We need to click the push button 10 times. After 10 click of push button, the lamp turn on. So this one is the circuit for task 3, and this is the result for task 3. Okay, next for the observation for lab activity 3. The question is, explain PB1 and PB2 function in the circuit. So for PB1, push button 1, counter starter button that allow the push button to flow into the circuit. For PB2, push button 2, reset button to reset the number of counter, which is it reset to 0 back. So for the question, if the counter connection is modified as per below, describe the operation of the circuit. Firstly, we just need to turn on the power supply. So when the power supply is connected, the counter C1 has been closed, so the lamp will turn on. So when we press the push button, the voltage supply will flow to relay coil, which is R1. Relay coil R1 will energize and it will produce electromagnetic field. This magnetic field causes the contact of R1 to change from normally open to normally closed circuit. After that, voltage supply will flow to the C1. C1 is a counter. After we press the counter button for 5 times, C1 will change from normally closed to normally open, so the lamp will turn off. So if you want to reset the counter, just click the push button number 2, which is PB2.
Okay, that's all from us. Thank you.